guys, welcome to today's Big Brother 17 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Olivia L. Olivia, thank you so much for the sweet message, and she wants to know if I could choose between being on Big Brother US or Big Brother Canada, which one would I choose and why? Well, I think I would definitely go with Big Brother US because I feel like Big Brother Canada, they put those people through hell. I don't know, just some of the punishments that they do on that show, it's just like, what? Also, Big Brother Canada, I love it. But I feel like there's way more outside involvement, like a lot of Canada votes situations. And I like, you know, more of a clean game with less outside influence. So I would say Big Brother US for those reasons. But I think the Big Brother Canada house is like amazing. Like, I think I would want to play BBUS in the Big Brother Canada house, for real. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And also, happy Labor Day. Alright, so yesterday was kind of a slow afternoon after all the excitement in the morning of Liz and Austin reconciling. So after all that went down, people were working out, eating, showering, sleeping, blah, 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 whatever. So then Steve and Vanessa had an interesting chat in the HOH room. Vanessa starts talking about the end game, because we're down to like 6, right? 6. Almost 5. So people need to figure out like what they're going to be doing. So Steve keeps saying like, oh, I haven't thought about it. I didn't think that I would be here. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Really, Steve? Because I feel like Steve has always been like, I'm going to win this. But Vanessa says that she would like a final 4 of herself, Steve, Austin, and Johnny Mac. And then she wants to cut Johnny Mac and then take Steve to the final 2. And she says that Steve would beat her. And Steve is like, well, why would you want to take me if you think I'm going to beat you? And first of all, like, really? Steve is going to beat Vanessa? But Vanessa's like, well, everyone would beat me except for Julia. Really, Vanessa? She's really trying to sell the whole, the jury hates me. Even if they do, like, they gotta respect her gameplay. I don't see them being that bitter. So Steve still seems really skeptical. He's just like, what's going on here? Which I think he should be. But then they're talking about this week's vote, and Vanessa really wants Julia to stay this week. She's really hoping that that's what the twins are gonna ask them to do, because they're like, yeah, we'll respect your decision. But I feel like if they don't pick Julia to be the one to stay, people might just keep her anyway, because she's way less of a threat. Alright, so let's talk about something kind of fun. Big Brother was having a good old time with the house guests yesterday. First, they woke them up by saying, Buenos dias in the morning. What? They never do that. So then, later on in the day, the Oz twins were hanging out, and at one point the twins asked Austin, like, what's our other sister's name? It's Angela, but he couldn't remember at the time, and Big Brother was like, you gotta be kidding me. Ah! Sassy. And then a little while later, they were talking about fighting, like physical fights, and Austin was like, I wouldn't throw a punch right away. I'd use my foot or my elbow first. And Big Brother said, that's what she said. Big Brother, you're golden, never change. Good stuff. Okay, I just thought that was a fun little thing. Okay, so then Vanessa and Austin we're also talking about the end game, and Austin reveals he does not want to find himself in the final 3 with Steve and Johnny Mac, because those two are just going to take each other. He's pretty much screwed unless he wins that final HOH comp. So he wants to take out Steve next. And Vanessa's like, well, I kind of want to take out Johnny Mac next. Is she being for real? I don't know. I don't see her taking out Johnny Mac, but that's just me. I don't know. But Austin says that his ideal final 3 is with Vanessa and whichever twin stays this week, which I'm assuming is going to be Julia. So he thinks that, you know, both of them would take him to the finals, I guess. So then they decide they're going to make a deal. If one of them wins the next HOH, they're going to put up Steve and Johnny Mac with Julia as the replacement. So they want to keep each other off the block. What? I'm pretty sure Vanessa's just planning on throwing this next HOH because, like, she's literally aligned with everyone who's left. So, like, what would she even do? I don't see her putting up Steve and Johnny Mac. I feel like it would be crazy, too, if she put up Austin and Julia. So, I think that Vanessa's just gonna throw the HOH, but I don't know. So then the house guests played some potball last night, and it was in memory of Grandma Meg. It was like the memorial tournament or something. So they had a moment of silence before they played. I think they poured like some coffee. Is it grinds or grounds? What?
Grounds.
I don't drink coffee. Coffee grounds into the glory hole dish. So that was supposed to be like her ashes, which is like extremely morbid. But anyway, Austin friggin' got like 5 glory hole shots, so like he dominated. Moving on. Then they had an in-memory thing of Jason. The twins smoked some old cigarettes in the backyard. Good times. Austin also took a puff. Guys, smoking is not gonna make you cool, so like just don't do it. But anyway, Austin and Liz had an emotional chat last night. He doesn't want to see her give up. He keeps saying like, if you leave, it's gonna be like Janelle getting up and leaving at the final 5. Stop comparing Liz to Janelle. Just stop. It's ridiculous. But he feels like she's giving up, and he wants her to fight to stay. And she's really struggling with deciding if she should be the one to stay or if it should be Julia. She, you know, that's her twin sister. So she's like, no one would take me to the final 2, and Austin, you wouldn't even take me because you have a final 2 deal with Vanessa. And Austin was like, well, everyone has deals with everyone. I don't think that's the answer that she was looking for, but he did say that he would take her to the final 2. So then Liz mentions that in real life, Julia always gets the short end of the stick, so she feels bad about that. She wants her to stay, give her this opportunity. It was kind of sad, but on a side note, during this conversation, Liz said, I love you to Austin. Alright, so this morning, they had the power veto ceremony. Austin used it on himself, of course, and Julia was named the replacement nominee by Steve. And apparently the speeches were just great at this ceremony. Everybody was talking about them. So after that all happened, there were more tears from the twins. They knew that this was coming, but now it's official. One of them is going to be leaving on Thursday. Do you want it to be Liz or Julia? Leave it in the comments. And enjoy the rest of your Labor Day weekend. So until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.